Are you fed up of trying to be someone that you're not? Are you fed up of trying to fit into society's rules? Tired of saying all the things that people expect you to say, or do all the things that people expect you to do, or be someone that people expect you to be instead of being truly yourself? You're working in an environment that forces you to be someone just so that you can fit in and that you don't get judged or you don't get ridiculed or laughed at. And you come to a point where you're just stuck. You're looking for a way out, and you're looking for a way so that you can live your best life. You want to live a bigger life than trading all your time for an unfulfilling job that doesn't bring you any sort of happiness and that's not in line with your passions and purpose. My name is Matt Lozone, and let me tell you a bit of a story. I created RealityRedefined.com because I truly believe that we can redefine our reality. We have tremendous amount of potential inside of us, and I feel that trading all our time for money in a corporate job or in a career that is unfulfilling and that's not in line with our passions or purpose is actually deteriorating that, and it's actually limiting our potential. You see, about 6 years ago, there was a point in my life that I got really, really depressed. I got so depressed that I started to wonder if my life was worth living. But at that point, luckily, I had a bit of intuition inside of me that said, you know what, there has to be a better way. There has to be. There are people that have gone through this, and there has to be a way out of this. Now, I didn't have all the answers at first. I didn't know what to do, but one of the things that did bother me was my career, and it was my life and where I was going. I was trading my time for a job that wasn't in line with my passions, and it wasn't bringing me any sort of happiness. And I kept doing it, and I kept repeating every single day, and I dreaded to wake up in the morning just because I just wasn't excited for what I was going to do and to repeat the exact same process. I'm someone who likes to explore, who likes to learn, who likes to grow. But at that point, when I was so depressed, I had so many insecurities that I was totally lost. I was lost in who I was. And I kept trying to fit in. I kept looking outside of me to see, like, okay, what is it that I need to do in order to look good or to fit in or not to stand out? And deep down, however, I knew I was meant for so much more. I knew that life was meant to be lived in such a better way than trading all my time for something that's not even in line with my passions. Now, I continued to do on this search, and I started to ask the questions. I started to ask, what is it that I can do? What is it that I can change here? And I started to ask, what is it I'm passionate about? And why am I here? Now, again, looking for the answers, I started to get myself inspired again and actually started to read. I hated reading. I hated reading growing up in high school and elementary school, and for the last 5 years, I read more books than my entire life. And as a matter of fact, what I discovered along the way is that I discovered so much more about life. I discovered that we are all capable of doing so much more than trading all our time stuck in a system that forces us to be someone that are not, forces us to be a copy, forces us to dress in a way to impress other people when we don't really want to dress like that, because that's not who we are on the inside. Now, I apologize for that plane because now it's actually in the way of this video, so it may interrupt the way that I'm sounding right now. But one of the things that I do want to say, however, is that you are capable of doing whatever that you want. Now, one of the things along my journey is that I discovered that there is ways to generate income instead of trading all my time for money. Now, I started to look at ideas. I started to consider all sorts of different ideas. I considered having a business. And Robert Kiyosaki told me, like, if there is any way that you want to generate wealth and have freedom, then you got to stop trading your time for money. So I was like, okay, let's find out what I can do in order to generate passive income. And one of the ideas that I got from Tim Ferriss 4-Hour Workweek is that people are running online businesses that's generating passive income, that's running on systems so that they can maintain their business and everything else runs on autopilot. And I was really inspired by that. Now, I didn't know, again, what kind of business that I wanted to have, but I knew that I wanted to venture into the digital world and start an online business. Now at that point, I started to look at all sorts of different ideas. I signed up to a whole bunch of different programs. I bought training programs on how to generate income online or start a business online, but nothing gave me exactly what I was looking for, because all of it was all about just generating an income, and finding the freedom, but I wanted more than that. I wanted so much more than that. I didn't want to just have the freedom. Like, freedom is important, but I wanted to have something that was bringing me in alignment with who I really am, and in alignment with my passions, and in alignment with my purpose. Because I know that there is so much more than why we are here on this earth. We fill in a particular spot in this society. We fill in a particular spot in this world. Just like everything on this planet has a particular purpose. Every tree, every plant, every cell, every fish, oxygen, water, rivers, everything on this planet serves a particular purpose. Any insect, a bee, actually serves a purpose instead of just stinging us. So that's why I was asking those questions, because I had to find out why I was here. Now again, I didn't have all the answers, but one day I was actually starting to lose hope on trying to find a way to generate income online, and an ad came up when I was trying to look at a video on how to find your passion. It was actually a TED Talk, and I actually like TED Talks because they actually give a lot of insights, really good insights. But a video came up and somebody from Australia was telling me a very similar story than what I'm telling you right now. He was trading all his time for a job that was so unfulfilling for him, and he wanted to live a better life. He wanted to live a bigger life. He wanted to live a life where it was in alignment with his passions. And he was talking about this system and business education that gave him all the tools and knowledge that he needed in order to start an online business that was in alignment with his true self. And I fell in love with that idea and I signed up. Now, I didn't go right in all the way because, you know what, I mean, there is there is that little intuition that you kind of like ask questions, oh, you know what, you get a little skeptical. But I kept looking at it and it kept going back to that program because I knew there was something so much more in that. And I'm sure glad that I did, because that transformed my life. That put me on a whole new path to life. And it put me on a path to not only to start an online business, but build a business that is in alignment with who I really am, what I stand for, what are my beliefs, what are my truth, what is my purpose, what are my passions. It's surrounded with me as an individual instead of me as a copy and just being someone else. It is so much more in that. And there's been so many lessons that I've learned and grown from just from that one journey. And it's absolutely amazing. So if you're someone who's fed up of working in the corporate system, you want to create a better life, you want to live a life of freedom and flexibility, you want to find your purpose and your passions, and you want to do something that's in alignment with who you really are, what's your truth, how you want to express yourself, and how you want to impact the world, then you have to check this out. And one of the biggest resources that got me started was this free video series that I got the basis and knowledge of the foundation of my business. Because having that foundation just got me started. But this is so much more than just a business, like I've been saying. This is about you. This is about creating and cultivating you as an individual, as a leader. Cultivating something that is going to be sustainable for the future. Something that you're going to be passionate about. Something that you're going to love and be excited about completing. You're going to love and be excited about being involved in it. And you want to progress and grow and build something that's going to last for a lifetime. It's alignment with your truth so that you can fully express yourself for who you really are. And that's where we all deserve to be. We all deserve to act in the way that we are supposed to live, to fill in the gaps in the world so that we can support and make the world a better place. By filling the gaps and helping people where we are strong in, and by surrounding yourself with like-minded people that they can help us where we are weak in. And that is the power of this community. This is the power of this program. But I want you to have that judgment for yourself. I want you to look at that program for yourself and make that decision for yourself. I can't make that decision for you. But one thing that I can tell you is that this could be the new beginning of the rest of your life. Thanks for listening, and I hope to speak to you soon. If you're interested, click through the link. I'm going to include a link somewhere. That way you can sign up to my newsletter, get the free video series that got me started, and then get a whole bunch of resources that I'm going to share with you so that it can help you on your journey to personal development and personal growth, and most importantly, self-discovery. And we hope that we get to be friends. Thank you. Cheers.